How's it going, guys? Mark McNabb for another episode of Top Speed Garage. This week, I found myself in the 2014 Lexus GX460 Luxury. And this is the top-of-the-line model for the Lexus GX series. And it is large, 3 rows, V8, and it's Lexus's answer to pretty much the Cadillac Escalade. This does have that 4.6-liter V8 and a 6-speed automatic transmission, permanent all-wheel drive with a low-range transfer case, 3 rows of 7-passenger seating. The second and third row seats do fold flat. I have an 8-inch touchscreen display in the dash, and, well, this thing is about as big as a house. And I hate to say it, but it kind of drives like that too. And it's really not that bad, but it does exhibit quite a bit of body roll. But all that aside, let's get to the options. Well, this thing is pretty decked out, and I've got my build sheet right here, and I'm just taking a look at it. I have adaptive variable suspension, which is the air ride suspension I talked about. I have 18-inch alloy wheels, the anti-lock brake system with the electronic brake force distribution, the vehicle stability control with the trailer sway. I have the power tilt moonroof. That actually is standard. 3-row climate control with the adaptive rain sensing wipers. I have the leather trimmed power seats, 10-way up front, heated and cooled, which is very nice in Florida. I also have, like I said, that 8-inch navigation screen in the dash with a 17-speaker, 330-watt Mark Levinson stereo system. That is a $1,100 option, so if you don't like the stereo that much, you can save yourself $1,100 there. Also have 10 airbags, knee airbags, second and third row curtain airbags, and all that fun stuff too. Now, the stereo is pretty much the only option on this car. I do have a $910 delivery processing fee, but my sticker price, after everything, $62,700. $62,700. It's kind of expensive, but you actually do get a lot with it. So let's take it for a drive and see what exactly this thing entails. Alright guys, so I'm on the road with it now, and you know, it feels small on the inside, at least, you know, where I'm sitting. All the controls are really nicely placed. The armrests are adjustable. The door armrest feels great. My pedal placement, steering wheel, all feels very close and very comfortable. And it feels good. But you look around, you're like, holy cow, this SUV is large. And it is. And it has plenty of room for those 7 passengers. 3 in the middle, 2 in the back, and 2 up front. So, I mean, it's a good family hauler. And I have to say, those rear seats, they're pretty movable. I mean, you can actually scoot the seats up and back. The back of the seats kind of tilt up and back as far as, you know, like a recline feature. And the third row seats, once the second row is moved up, they're really not that cramped. I can actually fit back there fairly comfortably. I wouldn't want to take a long trip, but it works. So, driving. Like I say, it drives a little large, but it's not terrible. Now, it does have that variable suspension control. I've got comfort and sport. Now, I found that basically you want to leave it in sport the whole time. Comfort mode really works well for dirt roads, really rough pavement, stuff like that. The suspension gives a little bit more compliance going over the rough roads, things like that. But on the pavement, having it in comfort mode or even on the interstate, it just starts getting a little wobbly as far as, well, exhibiting more body roll and stuff like that. So I just leave it in comfort mode all the time. The rest of the interior, I mean, well, you know, just look at it. It's actually really nice. It looks great. All of the interior features look good as well as feel good. Like all the leather stuff, it's right for Lexus. It's very Lexus-y. The outside, well, I mean, you know, it's big. It has that Lexus spindle grille up front, and so you kind of have that, you know, corporate look to it, which is kind of nice. It has these running boards along the side, which you have to kind of learn where they're at. Otherwise, you just kind of miss them and scrape your leg on the way down or on the way out. But otherwise, they work well. ride, like I said, it's pretty compliant over mostly rough roads and stuff like that. So it really is a decent SUV for what you're getting. Is it as good as the Escalade? I would venture to say probably not, but it's really good, and I would say this would handle more off-road stuff than the Escalade pretty much any day, because I only have 18-inch wheels versus like 28-inch wheels on the Escalade. I know it's not that big, but they seem that large. So it really is a decent SUV. So for $62,000, you can find yourself a Lexus GX460 Luxury Edition and be pretty happy with it. Right now, you can see I'm going around an on-ramp cloverleaf interstate. Unfortunately, I don't have that many curvy roads here in Central Florida, but this will have to do. And you know, it's kind of hunkering down in the corners. I can definitely feel it. It's settled in. I don't feel scared. I don't feel like it's going to flip over. But it does have a higher center of gravity than, say, your average crossover. So, would I recommend it for families? Heck yeah, I would. Why not? 3 rows of passenger seating. You can actually tow with this. That 4.6 liter V8, I wish it had more grunt. It's got 301 horsepower, but it just doesn't feel like it. This thing does weigh 5,000 pounds, so it is a little heavy. But pork aside, it's a pretty decent car. So this has been Mark McNabb with another episode of Top Speed Garage. Hope you guys have a great day. Leave some comments below. Thanks.